I think there will be a VOD for this, but like it will be in portrait mode. So okay, sure, whatever. Let's get started. So in front of me, I have two S21s. So two S21s. I'm going to, I'm gonna cut all the bull crap. Let's just do this properly. I'm gonna show you how to repair a S21 screen without even opening up the back of the phone. It is possible. Let me show you how to do it. So you take a piece of card. Okay. First thing you do is you switch off the phone. Now I don't have the screen with me, obviously, so I'll have to buy the screen and wait for the screen to come. First, you switch off the phone to avoid, obviously, shorting out the phone. Second, right, you look upwards. You look up on top of the S21s. Let me show you the silver S21 so that you can have a rough idea of what's going on. So if you focus on it, if the thing allow me to focus on it, I don't know what's wrong with the Twitch focus, autofocus, but okay, whatever. If you focus on it, right, there is like a slit right on top of S21s, and that is your speaker grill. So what you do is you take a piece of card and then you go slide under the OLED layer and under everything, and then just cut. So right here you see the antenna. Let me take the white S21. So you see the antenna right here. You cannot cut beyond this antenna line. This will be your safe marker. Your danger marker will be beyond the antenna line, so over here. Same goes to this side. What you do is you cut, okay. Then you cut off the second part. Make sure you don't like go over the camera because you will damage the camera coating. So you just so instead of doing this, you go on top and then slide downwards like that, and then continue cutting. Keep in mind of the antenna line, as I said, as I need to remind so many times, because this one wrong slice and that's it, your whole screen is gone. Okay, now that all this is like supposedly cut, right, over here you stick your cable down. You should feel a resistance. Now what you do is you twist, and that should allow your whole entire screen to come right off, because S21 phones have their screens actually just plugged in that way. That's it. Seriously, that's it. And this is the screen itself. So this is a scrap screen. So this screen is obviously broken. You all have seen how it was. Yeah. So it's a broken screen. And this one is a fully working screen. Now, what Samsung does is that they will sell these screens with the fingerprint sensor on the phone, with this fingerprint sensor right here. So this is the fingerprint sensor. It's an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor that is extremely thin. These are often sold as a set because you can't just remove it like that. And I can explain on how this particular technology works. Now on screens, the most commons, what am I talking about? The most common screens on expensive phones nowadays are known as a COP display. So let me do a little bit of a example of a phone with a COF and a COP example. Let me tear this first. Okay, this is what we know as a COF, which is a chip on film screen. So what this means is that the film, the cable that is connecting the DDIC, the display integrated circuit, to the screen is in between. It sits in between the display integrated circuit and the screen itself. So you have that, and then you just fold it over, which will achieve thinner bezels than rather a COP. No, than rather a COG. So this is a COG. As you notice, the chin on this one is quite big on this, because what this is that the display the chip rests on the chin on the phone. So this is a COG, chip on glass, which also results in extremely thick bezels, but in return, your phone is more durable in that case, and you will not experience green lines, basically any lines on screen in general, because the DDIC is connected directly to the screen in one pane. Now, COF, on the other hand, we are going to talk about COG later because this is the most advanced. No, this is COP. We are going to talk about COP later because this is the most advanced tag on the screen of a phone. We are going to talk about it later. COF, however, as I said, the cable rests in between the main screen of the phone, which is the pane right here, and the DDIC of the phone. So you get a thinner bezel than a COG screen, which I have a COG phone right here to demonstrate. Sorry, it's a very slow phone, don't mind it. This is a COG. See that? That's where the display integrated circuit is. Then this is a COF. You see that the chin is much thinner because the integrated circuit is under the screen. Like, it's basically folded over in that case. Later on, it will start to make sense, but for now, it's as abstract as it is. Then there is COP, also known as a chip on panel. So you see these bezels, you see how thin they are, how beautiful they are. Now there is a little bit of a chin on this example because it's a S21. If I were to take a phone with another phone with a COP display, let me take it out of the case. Okay. If I were to clear all my notifications, there you go. You notice that the bezels are thin and even. Now, I won't use the Ultra, for example, because we already have a sample screen right here. So what this is that you have your display DDIC folded over first, and then you have your flex cable after that. So if you all remember what I said, the COF has the display, basically has the connector folded over first. But in the case of a COP, it has the DDIC, which is what you see right here. This one long thing is what controls the screen in general, folded over first before connecting to the to the flex cable right here. So this also means that you get very thin bottom bezels, as you see, extremely thin compared to a COF panel. But this also means that with heat and with your daily wear and tear, you get green lines in general. That is why your phone gets a green line, in short, because these screens, the moment they heat up, you try heating up a folded over item, it will come loose itself. This is exactly what happens, and a loose connection means green line. That's it. It's that simple. So this is why your phone gets green line, in short. Okay, next, let's deal with the remaining part of the phone. So with enough heat and enough balls, you can obviously pry off the back of the phone. I don't think I have to do it because the glue is not very strong on this one anymore, so I can just pull it right off. So if you cannot access, if let's say you want to replace with the screen in frame, which, okay, assuming that let's say this is attached and you want to replace with the frame, Let me show you how to do it. First, you have all these screws. You unscrew all of them, which I'm gonna grab my repair tool. And also, I don't know why am I repairing a phone on Twitch, where Twitch is all about gaming and things, but it's fine. It's fine. Pioneering is what I would like to do. So, yeah, unscrew. Basically, on all phones, this is in general, you have to find the battery connector first. So what you do right now is unscrewing all the screws will get you into the battery connector. Exactly what you need. Now on the S21, there is the NFC and wireless charging coil attached together as one module. So to remove it, this is very interesting. It's a very interesting way of removing the whole entire module in general. So what you want is, you want to organize your screws first, for starters. It is an extremely good practice to organize your screws. So let's organize the screws. Okay. Then next, because as I said, this has a ribbon cable connected under. So what you do is, you flip open this cowling, and you see that there's two cables right here, right? Now, remember what I said about safety first, and in order to start on any other phone in general, battery has to go first. Think of which one's the battery cable, or rather you can just see what connects to the wireless charging coil, and that would not be the battery cable. So this is the battery cable. You unplug it first, and then you unplug the wireless charging coil, and you should be able to lift off the coil. Next, if you want to test a new screen on the S21, let me teach you a trick. You don't actually have to remove the whole entire thing to get it to work, like to test the phone in general. So next thing you should do is to remove the loudspeaker if you want to test the new screen without frame for the S21. So remove the loudspeaker. Great, and I think I misplaced my damaged screen. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna be breaking it anyway. No, wait, it's actually attached underneath. I just realized. And then, once you've got the screws unscrewed, you can just grab a tweezer and grab it from underneath and remove the whole entire loudspeaker setup right here. Simple, right? What you do is, at this point you can just unplug the cable and it should be free, like that. So let's say you don't have the screen attached. Let's say this is your new replacement screen. You take this. You see how the screen connects. You go over, and then you just press into the screen cable, like that. Simple, right? Now plug in the battery cable and switch on the phone. Let me confirm that. Okay. This is how you test the screen. Later on, I'll show you how screwed the screen is for this particular screen, because it's fun to see how screwed the screen can really be. See that? One dot on top, the whole entire dead pixel row here that's growing bigger and stuff. And this is how the screen works. Let me fold it over, show you how it works. And if you launch an app, look at this. Wait, I want to show you something cool. If you didn't know, OLEDs are translucent. So if you can shine it right here, you can see that there's a hole peeping through it. And there's a fingerprint sensor. OLEDs are translucent. So that's how you get your transparent TV and stuff. You can ever see quite a lot of interesting things while the screen is on. You'll see that it's actually yellowish in color. And the reason why OLEDs usually are yellowish in color when you shine them is because they are built on a yellowish substrate. So that's why they are yellowish in color. Oh, also it is cool to use a phone like that, believe it or not. It feels like you're holding the whole entire screen, which is the case. You are literally holding the screen. And it is light, like extremely light and thin. That's the cool part. Oh, and when you're holding it, you also notice that there's heat generated on like the DDIC itself. So it goes to show that the DDIC usually takes a lot of stress in general to keep itself from working. So that's that. And if let's say you have a new screen, you want to test it, *#0*#, and then you just test it from there. But because there is dead zone, there are dead zones in this screen. See, there are actual dead zones in the screen. I don't know how to show it to y'all. See that dead zone? Wait, is there a way to show y'all that there's a dead zone? See, there's a dead zone. I can't actually do much with it. Okay, now that you have tested the screen, you can just power off the phone. Okay, then unplug the battery. That is a very important part. And then you can unplug the cable right here. That's it. It's that simple. Everyone can do it. Okay, so let's say if you have bought a screen with frame and you need to transfer your new screen over, here's what you should do next. First thing first, remove the SIM card tray. Wrong hole. Remove the SIM card tray. There you go. Put it aside. Next, I'm going to show you all the quickest way to do this. Basically shortcuts all the way. Since I have repaired phones, I think I have an experience of repairing phones for 10 years. I am able to do this without any issues. And I don't think anyone should have any issues doing it as well. So you unscrew all the relevant screws. And unfortunately, this is live. You cannot skip it. However pissed off you may be, you cannot skip live video in general. Okay, here's a tool that I don't have but I recommend. I'm just gonna say it out loud. So this is a tweezer, right? There are ceramic tipped tweezers that would definitely help with unplugging cables, since ceramic doesn't conduct electricity at all. Those will be more precise, and those will be easier to get your job done. But for now, we have to deal with tweezers that are metal. And keep in mind that when you're working with these, make sure the phone is actually switched off, otherwise you will damage the phone in general. Okay, now that you see that there are all these things, right? You don't know what to do. You start unplugging the cables connecting to the motherboard. Do not unplug the ones connected to the charging port. I will show you all why. It is going to be much faster than you think when you don't do that. So you unplug this. This is your antenna. You can unscrew the 4 screws. These are trial wings. But if you have a service pack screen, you don't have to do it. Then the camera, you can just scrape off the glue, since Samsung love to glue the cameras on, and then just unplug the camera. Again, service packs, you don't have to do this, but if you are working on like a aftermarket or like a refurb screen, you have to scrape off the camera glue. Then unplug this. And then you just lift up the motherboard with your guitar pick. And it's not working right now, but there you go. Okay. Do this slowly though, you don't want to be damaging any components, but whatever. Couldn't care much about this phone. There you go. So the first part is released. What about the second part? Look for screws, and there are 3. So 1, 2, 3. There you go. That's it. I just gave you the answer. Now let's continue. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you just lift up the subboard, or rather the charging port, and away it goes. So this is the phone itself. I'll show you how this whole monstrosity works. It's very cool. I love how this whole thing works. I can show you. Actually, in fact, now that we are at this, you can add some isopropyl alcohol and then wait for the thing to soften. Then you can just remove the battery. Yeah, I've removed the battery already, like before, so it's gonna be easier for me. Then you can transfer your vibration motor and whatnot and things before you get it into your new frame. Now, I want to show y'all something very cool. Something that I don't think y'all will ever see on Twitch in general. I'm gonna grab the power button out of this sacrificial frame where there is literally nothing on except for the power button. Okay, there you go. And this is gonna get very interesting. I'm gonna plug this power button on the phone. Okay. Then the battery goes under, as usual, like this. And then the screen plugs in like this. Now, because this background is metal, right, we are not going to short out the motherboard. So we are going to put a... Okay, let's find something. Okay, we're going to put aramid fiber on the motherboard. I mean below the motherboard, like this. And actually, you know what? Let's just throw in the battery as well. And then we're going to plug in the battery. And we're going to switch on the phone. Told you, it'll work. How do I click on the power button? Okay, there you go. See it? The phone is just working like a phone. Look, there's no help in anything. Oh, and if you want it to charge, because Samsung phones won't actually charge without the wireless charging coil plugged in, you can, in fact, plug in the wireless charging coil like this. Wait a minute. There you go. And then now, you take a wireless charger. Let me take my wireless charger. You put it on top. And it should start charging. It is actually charging now. Wait, just a moment. I don't think it's responding yet. There you go, it's responding. Okay, I'm gonna make this less awkward. Let's just do it like this. And then put the wireless charging coil on top. And I think we unplugged it. Yeah, that goes to show how tedious phone repairs can really be. But if you're willing to have fun, then just have fun. Okay, next I'm gonna unplug the battery. Don't worry, this will not hurt the phone. And then unplug the cable like that. And we should be good to go on putting this whole entire thing into our frame. Oh, and do not touch the motherboard right now, it's burning hot, damn it. Wow, it's seriously hot. Yeah, I can't do this, it's really hot. Okay, it's the same for all motherboards in short. So let's say your screen comes with a frame and it's an aftermarket OLED. Okay, you put in the battery, and then you slide in the USB port first. Oh wow, it's really hot, damn it. Oh my god, it's like I would say 80 plus degrees. This is definitely not for fun. Like, don't do this, don't ever do this for fun. I did it because I can, and I know how hot motherboards can really be. So you plug in this cable that plugs the screen to the motherboard, then plug in this antenna, and then you just screw in the respective screws. That's it. Now, I'm gonna if I ever decide on ordering parts for this phone, and it arrives, be rest assured that there will be a Twitch live stream on repairing a phone, and this live stream will also be. I hope I can get the TikTok live settled by now, by then, so I can, you know, repair on both platforms. Oh, why is this not screwing in? Should screw in. There you go. Oh, and when you're screwing in, do not screw in too tight, because you will eventually damage the threads, which will lead to screws not tightening in the right way around. I have had that experience on my CMF phone 1, where I tightened the accessory point too hard to the point that it snapped and it obviously broke. Yeah, so don't do that. Then we have the camera. Put it back on. Oh, and it's also a bad idea to use your fingers to deal with cameras, because you could actually smudge them and damage them. I mean, this one's already damaged, so we can just continue on like this. And then just plug in the cable right there. That's simple. Then the whole entire assembly on top goes in. Now this one includes your stereo speaker, which is why it has a waffle connector connected to the phone. And just screw it in back on. I was actually thinking of adding like a very thin piece of copper underneath my personal S21, so that it could like help with the heat efficiency, but I don't know about it. I honestly am still thinking about it. I think it will I mean, there is like a graphite cooling on the phone itself, so do I have to really do it? I also don't know, but I am planning on doing it. But yeah, it's not going to be, I mean, it'll be a fun video to modify the phone. I'm not saying that, I'm not I don't want to dismiss that idea. Okay, and then you can just plug in the battery now, and then plug in the wireless charging coil with NFC combo. NFC is the one that you use for your wireless payments, by the way. For those who don't know, for those who probably just come here because I play Minecraft. Yeah, so that's that. If you don't know, this is the main thing that my channel is about. It's about phones, technology, watches, and things. So if you are interested in any of this while watching this VOD or while watching the live, go on to my YouTube channel and subscribe. because you'll be seeing a lot of these actually, a lot of phone reviews, a lot of like technical things in phone reviews in general, occasionally repair videos, because I do also love repairing phones. They are kind of my hobby. They are actually my hobby alongside cycling. So yeah, that's that. Then you can just give the whole back panel like a whole little wash up and you should be good to go. But because I don't have the adhesive for it yet, I'm just going to put it on like this. And then finally, the SIM card tray goes back in. Now, let's say, since we started off with the phone with a screen with no frame, right? So let's say it really comes with no frame. Okay, let's say you really followed my method and you got the phone and you got the screen out like that. First, do not panic. Second, apply the adhesive first, and then remove the tape securing the phone. Next, you prop out the cable, and once the cable is propped out, look at the phone sideways. Aim this connector to this one. Push it down. You should feel a snap there, a firm snap. And then switch on the phone. Now, keep in mind that at this point, your adhesive is still, your adhesive doesn't have a protective film anymore. So removing this would tape down the phone permanently. So you don't want to remove it, you want to keep it there. That's exactly what's going on. You're going to keep it there until you test the screen one last time that is fully functional, because you are connecting from this place, so it is going to make it extremely hard to test if the phone is functional, if the screen is functional as a whole. So right now we are just going to test. Again, there is like a dead spot on the screen. So everything is working fine. Yep. Then you just remove the card. And once that is done, press down on all edges of the screen to ensure that it is fully taped down, and you will have a perfectly repaired phone. That's it. It is actually easy to repair phones like this actually, because they are designed to have their screens off first. And if you want to test the additional features like wireless charging, there you go, it is wireless charging. And again, on a perfectly normal S21 with slight fingerprint sensor issue, works. Charging, let's plug in the Type-C. Charging. And charging. So there you go. This is two of my S21s. One is obviously dead, and one is working perfectly fine. But they are both S21s, and one of them has trip knocks and one of them doesn't have a trip knock, so that's that. As I said, I'm going to get the parts ready so that I can transfer this screen, because this screen has a faulty fingerprint sensor, to this one, and the new Samsung OEM screen into this one. So that's going to be a very interesting swap. As a matter of fact, maybe I should try to partially remove the screen on this one first, since this one has like a corner right there that I can just slip into. I didn't tape it down properly. That's my problem with this one as well. But it also means I can get into the phone easier than anything else. Look at that. And it also means I can just start from the top, slowly get into the phone. This is realistically how it will be, difficulty wise, when getting into the phone, because of how sealed the phone is in general. So that's what you will realistically be getting. And using this, I would highly recommend using alcohol to help soften the adhesive that of the phone, because one wrong move and you will break the screen. So you need to be very precise in this regard. Okay, since I'm already partially removing the screen, alcohol, important stuff. So what I like to do is, I like to dab a little bit of alcohol with the tweezers and get the alcohol to sink into the device itself. So the alcohol kind of weakens the adhesive, making it easy. Oh, there you go, we just damaged the screen. Yeah, as I said, one wrong move and it's over. So we just damaged this one. But it's fine, as I said, because I am going to get a new screen for the phone. And it's gonna go all the way. It's gonna damage all the way. There you go. Yeah, things like this could happen. Now that this is gonna happen, it also means that I could no longer use the screen. It is scrapped. And that also tells you to not rush a screen repair. In short, don't rush a screen repair, because it will never work out. But otherwise, it's a perfectly working screen. And we just don't rush it. That's how it is. And again, as I said, don't rush it at the no zone also. There you go, that's a no zone. So don't rush it here. There you go. Yeah, screens like this are very hard to get into. That's the issue. Because this phone is water resistant after all. So you have to be very tight on this one. But it's fine, as I said, I'm getting a new screen, so no big deal for this phone. I have to see when I buy the screen. And that's me removing the screen properly. There you go. So you have to do it very slowly as well if you don't want to damage the screen. But if you're like me, who is rushing right now for no apparent reason, this is the best idea of breaking the screen. There you go. There's the screen off. And the screen isn't actually working that well. See that? Like the fingerprint sensor is really failing on me anyway. So I couldn't really ask for more. But yeah, that's how it is. Then in the meantime, I'm gonna switch off the phone and unplug the screen from there. So remember, get to the part, unplug, and swivel it away. There you go. See, this is the part that we nicked, and that's the part that actually caused the whole dead pixel thing to appear. Okay, I mean, now that we are here, I might as well teach you all how to apply rework kits. But as I said, if you are looking for a screen replacement video or VOD, whatever, it's not gonna be here. I'm gonna leave it when the screen comes. Okay, let's grab our reward kit, also known as the adhesive assembly. Wait, let me grab the last piece. There is also the last piece there. Okay. So everything is in place right here. Now this is how it works. So you layer this down exactly like this. It will fit perfectly fine, by the way. So you try to aim it the best you can, and it will fit perfectly fine. So you just go out, tear off a little bit. Try to make sure everything faces down while you're doing this. And then you just aim it at the very corner of the device, like that. And then you slowly tear into the phone and then apply the tape slowly like this. Keep in mind to not touch the camera, as I said, because it can damage the camera. So you try to use a piece of tweezer to like kind of guide the phone from basically to just guide the sticker, in short. Then you just push it down like that. Simple, very simple. What I'll do is I will actually cut out a little bit because I still need the screen connected while I get a new screen. I need the phone to be working after all, so I need that. Let's just make sure everything's set like that. Okay. And then next we have this, right? So you need to make sure that it's taped properly downwards, so it's like this. So you just go ahead, remove this strip, and then just slap it on. There you go. Then you can just tear off the surrounding adhesive and you should be good to go. Very simple. But for me, I'm just going to align all the adhesive first to prepare for the new screen, which I will be ordering with my father the moment when he's awake, cause it's 1 o'clock and is it 1? No, it's almost 3 now. No one will be awake at this hour. Let's just say that. You can just plug in like that. Yeah, and it will work as usual. But for now, I'm going to be cutting a place for the screen to connect, since I don't have the new screen yet, but I'm just gonna apply in this one first. Yeah. Then I'm gonna show you how the back one also applies while we're at it. Okay. So where's the scissors? I need to find my scissors. Take the scissors, cut and cut and cut, and then cut. Okay. Then as I said, using my method, lift it upwards, grab the damaged screen, and then make sure it connects. Hear the snap. No snap means no connect, so go down. It should snap. But if it's not snapping again, it's not connecting. So I'm assuming I need to cut a bigger hole. There you go. Just cut like this. Okay, that will do it. So you cut again. Then you just press into the phone, just like that, and it should snap, but it's not snapping again. So okay, let's do this again. Make sure you align. Again, this can be very frustrating. It can take a lot of tries. There you go. That's one satisfying snap. You can just remove this and switch on the phone. Okay, now I'm going to deal with the back since I didn't glue down the back properly on this one as well. So let's do that. Let's start from the back right here. So you can tell it's not glued down properly because the moment I start prying it off, the whole entire thing just gives off. So that's how I tell a open phone from an unopened phone. There you go. That's the way of saying it. Let's pop the back off. Pop the back off. Okay. Wow, the damage kind of looks bad now. That's fine. We'll make do with it. I mean, it isn't that bad considering that I'm going to change it anyway. Since this has a terrible fingerprint sensor, and thank God I'm getting rid of it and putting it on the other phone. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to teach you how to apply rework kit, as I said. How do I remove the... You need to remove the current tape first, obviously, number one. So that's that. Slowly do it. Why do I keep hearing weird sounds? Okay, never mind. I'm gonna cut. Oh, I'm just gonna use my hand. There you go. Yeah, these ones are very strong. Like rework kits are extremely strong. You don't want them to peel off the paint of the phone. That's all I can say. Cause I have gotten it to peel off one of my back panels. Yeah. Then I proceed to make it clear. There you go. So that's the first part gone. Then now we need to grab the rest of the parts off. So this one is extremely easy. It's a very easy target. Yeah, that's a small chunk, but I'll take that. Oh, and don't worry about like having it everywhere, having the rework kit everywhere, because it's just tape, and tape is extremely easy to get rid of. And try to pull it outwards instead of like inwards, because you will be discoloring it. You will be removing paint if you pull it inwards. There you go. See, it's a hard thing to remove. Very hard thing to remove. God damn it. Oh, and the reason why I'm also asking my father if I'm asking my father once he's awake is also because his S10e has the typical COP display issues. Not the lines on screen, but the green screen of death, kind of the green tint of death. Oh wow, this one's really stubborn. Damn, they make this so impossible to remove. There you go. Then we have the final two parts. Oh yeah, and please don't be lazy while doing this, because how to say, you are to clear off all the remaining sticky adhesive on these, because if you don't, they will start, how to say, they'll jot out of the phone, and it's gonna look extremely hideous while when you are finished with a repair. So try to keep everything intact. Oh god, yeah, this is very hard to remove. Again, if it's very hard to remove, use alcohol. That's your solution to everything, literally. So dab of alcohol. Okay, that is a very juicy dab of alcohol, but I'll take that. Gonna run it across, and then we slice into the phone. And just slice into the phone. And yeah, now I can feel that the alcohol is definitely weakening the adhesive. There you go, see? And now that part is coming off. Okay. See, this is why we use rework kits, because they help retain some form of water resistance. You look at how sticky they are. There you go. It's really hard to get them off once you apply them. And then later on you have to like re-stick a new one in, so that's how you know these are really irritating to remove. Okay. There you go. That's very beautiful. And I think that's almost it. Can just remove more of it if you need to, but we also don't want to like damage the other things of the phone. There you go. That's definitely not a rework kit, but fine. See, that's not a rework kit. That's actually part of the sticker of the phone that helps with the heat transfer and stuff. But it's fine. Mine doesn't need heat transfer. Mine is actually quite a cool phone to use. Okay, on to rework kits. Again, this is gonna be your favorite word, whether you like it or not. To start, fold down, align, that on top of it, continue aligning, and then just add the remaining and align everything else. That's it. It's that simple. That's it. And then you just need to press down to ensure that they're all taped properly. That's all. See that? How hard could it be repairing a phone? It's that simple. That's why I say even fools can repair their own phones if they put their heart into it. And that's exactly what it is. Okay, next. Removing the first part. There you go. Let's make sure that there's no dust in the lens. What I'll do is I would like to wipe it with cloth or like my own shirt and stuff. Give the camera lens a blow. and then just remove the film. Okay, it's not like removing really nicely, which I would like it to. There you go. You can just tear a part of it. Then what I like to do is I like to start from the top, like this. And then I'll tear downwards. And the thing is stuck, damn it. Oh wow, this is irritating. But fair enough. We'll have to tear the rest with our own help. There you go. Okay. Then I like to rest the thing on top and push it all the way down, like that. Now have a fine working phone when I get a new screen. Which I mean the fingerprint sensor still sucks, but sure, whatever. I mean, I'm not in a rush, it's just that yeah. Okay, if you like to, I'm gonna show y'all that a double replacement is possible. Let me switch off this one as well. So I'm gonna grab the screen off this one for fun. And then I'm gonna grab the screen off this one. Oh my god, this is frustrating to grab. Keep forgetting that I didn't remove the previous tape, which is also a big no-no, as I said. Remove the previous tape and you will do fine, but this is still on there. So let's unplug it. There you go. See that the previous tape has kind of affected the new tape, just like that. But it also means that the new tape has been successfully adhered on. And that also means we need to remove the old rework kit. Like that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to swap over the screens and show you all that my method is feasible. And you can start using this method on S21s. So, there you go. One-on-one. And it's the second one right here. Two for one. 2 for 2 actually. There you go. I just showed you that it is possible. And I think this is my personal phone now. Yeah, this is definitely my personal phone. With a really, really faulty screen. There you go. Can't even power it off. Okay. Yeah, we can't power it off right now. That's the part that I didn't think of. Yeah. Okay, how do I need to force restart this phone. Yeah, this one's touch is perfectly fine. There you go. Gotta switch off this one as well. Okay. How do I get the screen off again? this on? Feels like it's on. But it's fine. You can fry this one. Fry the screen on this one, I mean. If it doesn't switch on, we can force it to restart. And then it should restart into a working screen. Told you. Then for this one, just plug in the screen back. And what I'll do is I'll put this in a case so that I'll take note of it later. There you go. Then I need to, of course, get my biometrics in there. And charge this thing also. And then charge this one as well. Okay, I think that's it for today's VOD stream, whatever. Why is it not? Oh, it's just slow. The software is just slow right now. There you go. Okay. That's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Follow me on Twitch, like this one, Instagram, Twitter. No, I don't have Twitter. TikTok, YouTube, yes, and stuff like that. And yeah, I will see you all next time. When I get a new screen and get the screen over to this one, over to the Oh, you just got here. Okay, then I guess I'll do a little bit of a grace period, I guess, if you don't mind. So I mean, you can catch up in the VOD, but like I don't really save my VODs properly, so they'll disappear after that. Okay. Usually, basically what happened was I demonstrated a mistake that you shouldn't make, which is going too fast, which is separating a screen way too fast, which actually caused the screen to have this. It is also my same mistake on this screen, which I separated it way too fast. That's why you have leakage on the screens like that. And that's how it happens. So when you are repairing a phone, just keep in mind to go as slow as possible. If it feels like you are jabbing in to something that is and you're facing resistance, just stop doing it. Just stop in general and check if you are really going to damage anything. But for now, as you can tell, I have a piece of tape on the but honestly speaking, I'm not too hurt about it, because this screen actually is a Samsung original refurbished. But you heard it. Okay, Samsung original, it sounds normal, right? But what you didn't know is the refurbished part. What happened is this screen is previously cracked, and they changed the glass of the phone. So that means you're getting an original display, but aftermarket screen. The good thing is original display. The bad thing is someone can do as bad of a refurbishing job to the point that it affects the fingerprint sensor's reliability. Look at this. It doesn't. See that? Now, if I were to set this one up, let me do it quickly with this really damaged screen. It actually has a dead spot. If you didn't know, the screen has a dead spot. See? It doesn't like to control itself very well. So if I were to set a screen lock, I forgot the screen doesn't behave itself. Can I get to one-handed mode? There you go. Okay, one-handed mode. So that we can actually so I can show you my point. Where's my security and privacy? Okay, let's have it set screen lock. Okay, let's just set a random screen lock. I forgot there is a dead spot of the screen. I do not want to set up face recognition. Oh yeah, wait, can we check this down? Yeah, we can. Okay, I'm gonna show you exactly what happens, what should happen on a yeah, you see how this is gonna really affect me right now because of the dead spot on the screen. There you go. You see, I can't even type it now. I can't even type in my password. So I'm just gonna check it all the way down. And then click OK there. What? No. Okay, cancel first. Okay, let's set a pattern, I guess. Let's do this one. Fine. Oh my god. This is, yeah, as you can tell, this screen clearly isn't a working screen. Okay, never mind. Let's just do it like this. Okay, put down the keyboard, continue. Use anyway. 000. Okay, next. Okay, I can show you this right now. I show you how reliable the normal fingerprint sensors are. Just tap. I'm just gonna set this up pretty quickly. Oh my god, maybe this one's also broken. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not using this phone actually. I'm not using this as my main S21. I won't show my password on this S21 because this is my main phone. Not really my main phone. Like, this is the main S21 that I use for basically everything else. Now I think it's my fingers problem. But I can assure you that I can assure you that the fingerprint sensor on this one is extremely faulty because the refurbisher didn't do a good job at refurbishing the fingerprint sensor in general. See, I can just tap and go. Now it's stuck there. So I was hoping to get a reliable fingerprint sensor out of this because this one is not reliable at all. It will get stuck and things will happen, and yeah, it's just terrible. Okay, let me put this back up on first. I have a very sweaty hands, you see, and that kind of renders a lot of fingerprint sensors useless. I think the one on my iPhone is just completely impervious to it. Oh my god, the touchscreen on this one. I'm so glad that I'll be transferring this other 40 one over. See, I can't tap here. Okay, let's maybe wipe the screen. I feel like that's the problem. Yeah, it's much better now. The sensitivity is much better now when I wipe the screen. Okay, let's continue. Okay. See, it's much better now when you wipe the screen. Then wipe the screen again. It wouldn't progress past 47. Okay, fair enough. Then it's actually facing the same issue as this one right here, I would say. See, it's taking way too long. It usually doesn't. Yeah. But I am very sure that this one's fingerprint sensor is actually okay. It's perfectly fine, but it's just that this one's I just can't. It's got a really bad fingerprint sensor. Yeah, usually okay. I'm gonna bring in this phone because this phone actually has the, it feels exactly the same as my S21's fingerprint sensor. It should be like this, but I don't know why my but this one with a refresh screen, just, yeah, it does this. It doesn't, yeah, so irritating. And not just that. Oh, I actually have quite a lot. Quite a lot of phones for modding purposes, for daily use purposes. See, even this works better, even though this is supposed to be a cheap phone, but it works better. Yeah. And this is just obviously one hit, done. Yeah. Actually, wait, I'm curious what phone you have though. That's the thing. I'm actually quite curious what phone you have. It's quite cool to know what phones people use in general. Yeah. Then this is one that I haven't really taken apart, and I don't want to take it apart because of how pristine it is, but it's a little slow. Galaxy A32. Not a bad phone. Not a bad phone. This is the A31, by the way. Okay. Then maybe you can describe to me the phone. I can try my best to recognize it from just describing. Yeah, I'm serious about this one. I can sort of recognize the phone when you describe it. So first things first, it has 4 cameras right on the back. That's the thing. It has 4 cameras, right? Then the second thing is, okay, let me think. The second thing is, does it have like a notch display? Does it look like this? And the third thing is, does it have, oh there you go, it's an A32. Then I guess we don't have to play the guessing game. But there is also, okay, here's a little bit of a fun fact. There are 2 A32s in existence. There is a A32 LTE, which comes with a OLED screen. So basically the fingerprint sensor is in the phone, like it's in the screen. And there is the A32 5G with an LCD screen with the fingerprint sensor on the side. So if you unlock the phone from the side, you know it's an A32 5G. But if you unlock it from the screen, you know that it is a A32 4G. Usually, I don't think there is like a difference between the two, but again, the difference is just 4G and 5G, that's all. That's usually how it is. Tablets, not so much actually. More towards on the phone side. Which is why on my table there's like, yeah. These work, it's just that this one has a 40 battery. This doesn't support 4G, so I don't switch it on anymore and use it and things. I only use it when I want to diss it because it's really slow. This one, I don't know what to do with it, honestly speaking. Yeah. Then I don't know what else. Usually my main phones will be this and this. The CMF Phone 1, which is by Nothing, and the S24 Ultra. Love this phone. I can't say yeah, it's just overall no, actually I love both of these the same, because this is impressive for the price, and this is just the only phone that has this, like the only series of phones that has this. Oh, okay, thanks. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna try and exercise this. Do you know so much about tablets as well? Yeah, not really actually. It's more, I'm more towards phones. Yeah, in short. And thanks for the tip. It's definitely going to help improve the account, I guess. Is it account? Is it called account here? I don't know. But yeah, you get the point. Then filming this whole entire thing is SE3. I actually liked this phone. I actually really enjoyed using this phone, despite it being outdated by design. But it is okay, I'm gonna really get hate from this, but I really find it to be a phone that's really not bad. I would recommend it as a budget iPhone because you can actually buy this second hand for like what, I don't know how cheap these go for nowadays, but like according to my country currency, if I were to search it up right now, search it out on the second hand market. So country currency is SGD. Just for your info, it's SGD. So SE3. Let's see. If you buy used, oh my god, iPhone, you need to search that up, and then you swipe over, then you get iPhone 12. So what the hell? I want to get an SE3. Oh my god. I sometimes I don't get search engines. Do I have to? Okay, but can you just prove my point? Damn it. I want. Oh my god. Do I have to search SE? Oh, there you go. So that's 288 SGD. Actually, okay, here's the thing. I don't like the way Apple, like, I don't like iOS. I like how their phones are because if you look at it from the engineering point of view. Oh wait, yeah, I'm supposed to read the comment first. iPhone, Samsung is the best. Yeah, but in short, I don't like the software. I like how their phones feel. Because if you didn't know, when you touch an iPhone, oh my god, it's such a wrong thing to say. But when you actually use an iPhone, like without even switching it on, the quality, like it feels really good. You can tell that Apple actually pays attention to like the hand feel of the phone in general. So the first impressions of it is just there. Like you can hate them all you want, but the impressions is there. They just feel so good. Yeah, when holding on to my SE, right, most Android phones at around the $700 range, 700 SGD range, or like $429 USD range, just feels very, how do I say, you can feel the seam of those phones. I mean, this is just an example, and I know this phone isn't actually the same league as the SE, but yeah, you can feel the seams. Whereas on the SE, when you try to pan it, it just feels seamless. Like it just feels one whole entire brick, like one whole entire solid slate. Yeah, that's the thing about Samsungs. I would much prefer using a Samsung than a iPhone. It's just that they are far easier to use in my opinion. Like, okay, if I want to open up my music app, pull out the pen, and then I can just press and hold, and it'll launch the music app. And if I want to get out from here, gesture, that's it. It's far easier. There's so many ways of okay, let's say if I want to okay, let me see what I should do. Okay, let's say if I'm opening out YouTube Studio, I can just press and hold, and boom, pop up window. It's very intuitive. Okay, I just come from there. It's so intuitive, and as someone who actually edits videos on phones, this is it. This, and okay, I have the best Samsung for this again. S25 Ultra. I want the air gesture back. I use it all the time when I take it out of the phone. You can see how natural I am, literally. Like, you can see how much of a natural I am when using this thing, because I literally use the gestures all the time when I take it out of the phone. It's a lifesaver, that's it. And the best part about it is that you also have the flexibility to sketch. I know these are not really good sketches, but like, okay, let's scroll up. Wait, let's scroll down. There you go. See that? You can do things like this. You can literally do things like this if you want to. That's the fun about Samsungs. You can't do this on oh yeah, I forgot back gestures are blocked. in notes. There you go. Yeah, I can do better on paper, I believe. I can definitely do better on paper, but it's fine. I can take out the papers if you want to. Receipts. Okay. Let me check on the latest sketches. There you go. Much better on paper than on whatever I was. Oh, where's the pen? There you go. Except this one's a little bit on the... There you go. It looks better now. And that's the CMF. But the thing about Samsung is I don't like the direction that they are currently heading to. They are removing features like every single year. That's the thing that I am starting to not like about them. That's cool, thanks. Honestly speaking, thanks. I used to do this quite a lot until I lost interest in it. Yeah. Then I only started picking up all these recently. But these are from a long time ago, like I think 2023, 2022. That's not a good sketch. I have done better for that same watch. There you go. This is actually for a video material, which I haven't got around to do. Then yeah, it's just not a lot. And that is the phone 2, which is not really good. To be fair, it's like this part slanted. Yeah, but I'll improve on it. When the phone 3 comes, I'm gonna do it. But the phone 3A, I have thoughts of doing it. My imagination of a Nokia 7610 in 2023, there you go. Note 8, a fat Note 8. I have to improve on it. It's not quite there yet. The One Mark 6, I actually really like drawing like the close-ups of phones. No, it's fine. Okay. Okay, let's do this, okay? 1 day, 1 phone. Or like 1 day, something you like. So you draw for 1 day. Don't worry if it sucks. The second day, you draw again. Third day, draw again. Fourth day, draw again. And you like slowly improve on it. So don't just wish that you can draw like this, because you can. It's just that you have to progress slowly. Oh, and I'm really proud of this one. I really love this one. I also love the Note 20 Ultra that I did. I can't remember which one was it. I did a Note 20 Ultra. This is a Note 20. There you go. I really like the Note 20 Ultra as well. Yeah. The Note 7, I still haven't mastered it. It's like a very... I wouldn't say impossible. It's hard to draw the Note 7. I've drawn quite a lot of Note 7s. S5 Sport, if you actually remember this thing exists, the S5 Sport. Again, you try to draw many times over a year every day, but I never got better. It definitely does get better, but you probably just don't notice it. That's what I can say about it. Okay, where's the pen? I'm scared of losing the pen. Don't don't say it never gets better. It definitely did get better. This I can tell you. Wait, let me take out more sketches. I can show you. This is actually my latest sketchbook that I haven't completed yet. I can show you my third one. So this is... Okay, I actually don't know which side is which side, because I am... there you go. This is how my sketch looks like in 2022. Yeah, not very good. The 21 FE. Then the Note 8 again. As you can tell, it's really not very good. This is like... Okay, you know what? Let's just start from the latest to the very end. I want to show you how progress looks like. Okay, so the latest is here. So it will get better. It's just that you need to believe in yourself. This is actually a prototype that I wanted to make for my watch holder. I shouldn't show much, but if I make it, I'll make it this doesn't look good. If I make it, I'll definitely share it with everyone. A switch that's like yeah. Again, yeah. So yeah, it's just quite a lot of this. Oh, that's the Vision Pro. Yeah. So this is roughly my standards nowadays. This is a S2 Reimagine. Like I would like to think of a S2 in 2023, back in 2023. This watch is freaking expensive, but I loved it. It's sick. Note 20 Ultra, Note 7, S5 Sport. Okay, let's move on to the third one. This is the last page. There you go. I like to make it like go the other way, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay, wait. I thought we were supposed to start from the last. Yeah. So these are haptic motors from your phones. This is a essential mass rotor. Pair phone. Oh yeah, that's the iCarly one. I think yeah, that's the iCarly one. The pair phone, yes. Then Z-axis, known seen on the S21 and stuff. X-axis on the iPhones. S8, S-Lite Luxury. That's the name. I hated the name. Really terrible drawing of a Cellini. A Cellini doesn't look like this. This is a joke or gag. And a really cool Note 10 drawing. I am really proud of this Note 10 drawing. I really like it. I really love boxy phones. Oh my gosh. A very thick A54, not very good. I can't remember the name. The duometer gyro tourbillon. No, spiral. I can't remember. Oh my god. Yeah. This watch is expensive as well, but I loved it. This is not so bad. Pixel 6a, not very good. It's not so bad for being a terrible drawing, but it's fine. Essential PH1. I like this one. I forgot I like this one. Then the S23, not very good, but I'll pass. I did this on the day where the driver died. Yeah. It took me 2 days to complete. This part is, if you look at it from this part, it looks fine. But if you look at it from this part, I don't know what's going on. Then the original fold. I remember I didn't actually have an eraser with me when I was doing a sketch of this. Yeah. That's the Taptic engine of an iPhone. Then the Xiaomi 13. Yes, it's a correct pronunciation. I nailed it because I'm native Chinese speaker. Okay, Redmi K20 Pro, also known as the Mi 9T Pro. Yeah, the internals, that's the motorized camera setup. Then the antenna, that's the battery. That's obviously the cameras. The LED flash. Yeah, look at it. I really love going into details with this one. It is really terrible when it comes to testing my patience, cause I literally have to look at the pictures like every 2 seconds to make sure that I'm getting it right, and only to realize that I'm not getting it right. So I have to erase the thing, redraw again. It's still not accurate, but it's there, I would say. It's mostly there. Oh, it's a ribbon cable that connects to the motherboard right there. Then that's the motorized setup, which takes up a lot of space. I thought it looked pretty cool like this, so I decided to draw it like that. Then Note 5, not very good. I have no idea. Oh, code 1159. Expensive watch, but people didn't like it. My Galaxy S7. Oh no, it's fine. I mean, you can always catch up with the VOD, I think. Yeah. And have a great day, night, wherever you are. That's what I can say. Yeah. Speed Robin, 1+3. Yeah, things like that. Explorer 2. Right, see you. Definitely see you. Yeah. That's a bad one. Yep, bye. Bye. Okay, anyway, I guess I will cover the rest of the stream and I mean the rest of the books next time. And I guess I'll go now cause it's like 3:40. Bye.